For this whole series, we've talked about the giants of AI, Nvidia, OpenAI, Meta, but every single one of them shares one secret dependency. There is one company that actually manufactures almost all of the world's most advanced chips. You've probably barely heard its name. It sits on a single island, and if it ever stopped, the entire modern world would grind to a halt. This is TSMC, and it might be the most important company on the planet. Here's the secret that runs the entire chip industry. Companies like Nvidia, Apple, AMD, Qualcomm, they design chips, but they don't actually make them. They're what's called fabless, no factories. The insanely hard part, physically carving circuits just a few atoms wide into silicon, they hand off to someone else. And almost always, that someone is TSMC. And TSMC doesn't just help, it dominates. It makes around 90% of the world's most advanced chips and controls roughly 2/3 of the entire manufacturing market. The brain inside your iPhone, built by TSMC. Nvidia's AI chips powering ChatGPT, built by TSMC. Your AMD laptop, TSMC. They are the invisible factory behind almost everything with a chip in it. And business is booming. TSMC pulls in around $40 billion every quarter. This year alone, it's spending up to $56 billion just building more factories, and its newest, most advanced chips, the 2-nanometer generation, are already completely sold out for the year. Apple alone booked more than half the supply before a single one shipped. So why doesn't someone just compete? Because you can't just build one of these factories. A single cutting-edge chip plant costs $20 to $40 billion, takes years to build, and runs on decades of accumulated secret know-how. Samsung and Intel, two of the biggest tech companies alive with all the money in the world, have tried for years and still can't match TSMC's quality. This is genuinely the hardest to copy advantage in all of business. And here's the genius of its position. TSMC doesn't sell anything to you. It sells to the companies that sell to you. Remember the very first video, Nvidia, getting rich selling shovels in the AI gold rush? Well, TSMC makes the shovels. It's the arms dealer to the arms dealers. The single point that the entire AI economy has to pass through. But it goes one level deeper, because even TSMC has a master. To make these chips, it needs one specific machine, an EUV machine. And exactly one company on Earth can build it. A Dutch company called ASML. Each machine costs over $200 million and is one of the most complex objects humanity has ever made. So the real chain of power looks like this. ASML builds the machine, TSMC builds the chip, Nvidia builds the AI brain, and OpenAI builds the AI. Stack that up and it's staggering. The entire trillion-dollar AI boom, every chatbot, every model, every data center, sits on a pyramid. And quietly holding up the whole thing near the very bottom is one company most people have never thought about. TSMC isn't in the headlines, it's underneath the headlines. And this is the part that genuinely terrifies world governments. Almost all of it, 90% of the most advanced chips on Earth, is made in one place, Taiwan, a single island that both the United States and China consider critically important. People call TSMC Taiwan's Silicon Shield, the company so vital that the whole world has a stake in protecting it. It's also by far the single biggest economic pressure point on the planet. So here's the real lesson, maybe the biggest one in this whole series. The most powerful position in any industry is almost never the famous brand on the box. It's the irreplaceable bottleneck that nobody can go around. TSMC doesn't have the logo you recognize. It has something far more valuable. It's the one door every single competitor has to walk through. Own the choke point, and you quietly own everything built on top of it. And that ties this whole series together. Nvidia sells the shovels. OpenAI rents you the intelligence. Meta gives its AI away to protect its empire. Perplexity earns your trust to topple a giant. But underneath every one of them, every chatbot you type into, every feed you scroll, is a single factory on a single island that the entire future is balanced on top of. That's the real map of power in artificial intelligence. TSMC, the most important company you almost never think about. If this series changed the way you see the tech in your pocket, the apps you open, the whole AI gold rush, then it did its job. Follow for more breakdowns that make the business behind the buzz actually make sense. I'll see you in the next one.